Hello, everyone. Welcome to our new series, Poetic Interpretations. I am Chris, aka Carpool Tonal. I am a filmmaker, songwriter, poet, and I have directed films and wrote musical theater productions.
My name is Kenny, also known as Spectre Falling. I'm an artist, producer, musician. I have, I think, like 197 tracks out there in the wild right now.
And what we do here is we do a bit of a deep dive into the symbolism of the cinematography for music videos. We also will look at the poetry and like the our interpretations of what the artists are trying to say in their lyrics and in their songs, and just even also the poetic art from the music videos themselves.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Coming in hot, we have Balls with You're Fired. Let's see how this goes.
It's from his upcoming album Beast Mode.
Yup. Oh my God. I can't wait for Beast Mode.
And this will be a reaction, first reaction for us. We have not seen this.
Yep.
And then we will do a
I
breakdown after the our first reaction. And then in our breakdown, we will view some of the symbolism, some of the artwork, some of our last impressions and stuff like that. But
If
as
this man is who I think he is, I'm already seeing some of the symbolism and I love it.
and, and as always, go watch this song before you watch this reaction video and um, breakdown.
Absolutely.
We'll be
Find Balls
pausing.
on all social media. Like, follow, subscribe, guys.
Yeah, definitely support Ballz' music. And don't Google Balls or YouTube it.
No,
It doesn't. Yeah, we'll send
you're
you the
gonna need the
link.
song name. Yeah.
I'll put his links. I'll put his links below this. So
There we go.
yeah, and
Let's get it.
let's check out some balls.
Balls, I need to see you in my office right now. Fuck this shit. 9 to 5, killing my vibe. I need some time off. My boss said fine, you're fired. I said that's fine, I'm wired. I'm so high, I think I just retired. Plus I'm too tired to be hired. An attitude to be admired. If lacing around is your desire, check the latest flyers. I'm on the mic like a town crier who just lost his mind, shouting, everybody get higher. Situation dire.
This is wild.
Yeah, I mean he's using multiple different types of animation styles. And like
Yup.
they're on top of each other too. Like this is a little more claymation where it's 2D animation or 3D
Yup.
on 2D. It gives it its own unique little like vibe. It gives it a characteristic that
Yup.
is
And
unique.
I feel like that the dude at the beginning was fucking Vince McMahon, if I'm not mistaken. And that is hilarious.
He does look like
His
Vince
boss.
Mann. It,
Yeah.
he also a little looks like Robert De Niro.
Yeah, yep. He could be so many people.
Yeah, that's the Vince McMahon look, huh?
No, yeah.
Yeah, because then he looks different here. This is
Yeah.
like this is just
Yeah,
this is like a claymation aspect that um
it feels like Pixar or something. Like it's nuts.
and he is able to capture emotion through these. We'll
Hmm.
keep going with our reactions, so we're not
Okay.
doing our breakdown, but
I think we're right in there. Yeah, perfect stop.
good attention to detail too with the
Oh yeah, the reflection in the
mirror, the
fucking
reflection
mirror.
mirror.
Wild, dude.
Yeah.
Who just lost his mind, shouting, everybody get higher. Situation dire when Balls is dropping by, dropping acid in my eye. I'm that guy, taking off when I'm on a beat. I'm that fly. Don't ask why, just pass by. I'll dip my ass in your wine. And if you're not sure about that last line, I said ass, wine, just because that rhymes. You got a problem with that? That's fine. Call my manager's line. that's mine. I'll tell you to go shove your problem where the sun don't shine, bitch. I ain't got time to listen to you whine. I'm in the sunshine, drink.
Oh my god. That was a fucking beautiful homage right there.
Yeah, I mean there's so much to this. Like when we go to break down these bars and
Yup.
stuff. Just my first like reaction of what it sounds like. It sounds like the British Cypress Hill.
Yeah, I can hear
Um,
that.
but there's also a bit of Sublime in it, especially when he started going a little slower and it was like, what I got. Like, you know,
Yup.
those Sublime songs were,
It's got like a little taste of reggae in it.
yeah, and yeah, it's a nice blend. And like the way he's on this beat too is he's in a
Yup.
good pocket of the beat. And yeah, it works well. And then his flow too, just
Yeah,
it's a
dude.
bouncing flow that,
Energetic as fuck. Like it makes you want to just nod your head.
yeah, I started having it on my head.
Yep, same. Tapping my foot over here.
Also some trippy visuals. I didn't know I had to
Yeah,
take some shrooms before I watched this, but
I
give me a
smoked a
second.
bunch of fucking I smoked a bunch of weed before we did this, and like, not gonna lie, when that first bicycle scene came in, I was like, okay, man, here we go.
Yeah, this didn't affect me as much on a beer, maybe two. I need to say
Oh,
that real quick.
it's awesome though.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely go back to break this part down too, because
Oh yeah.
that is using
Oh
different animation styles and there, yeah, there's a lot of symbolism in that shot,
yeah.
and
I'll hold off on that myself.
probably this shot too.
Yep.
Sunshine, drinking my hand, sinking cans, wasted on the beach, sinking into the sand. What's the plan? Start a one-man band and tour the land in a clapped-out old transit van. I got the beats, man, funky and fresh and sweet, fam. I'll show you what I can do. I'm stacking tracks up like canned food. That mad dude with a bad attitude, or you'll hear and say that's rude. Beats meatier than cat food. My lyrics will splat you, spicy like cat soup. Once I've chewed you up and spat you out, you'll be like, who was that? Balls, that's who. Tracks stick like glue when they come through. Make you all ask who is this dude with the mad tunes, funky rhymes and mad loops, hula hooping on these beats like a trooper.
Damn.
That shot where he's in the car where you said it almost looks like claymation. It reminds me of those Fortnite skins that have like that cell shade on them.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
a three-dimensional skin, but it has that two-dimensional. I guess I don't understand that side of art, so like I guess I'd call it a skin, or like what the fuck is it called? Like a toner, I guess is what they call it in those games.
Um, I I'm trying to.
Texture, maybe.
Well, probably yeah. Well, it's also just a different animation instead of 2D
Yeah.
versus 3D, which makes him look more 3D because he's on a 2D background.
Yep.
Um,
Just pops off the screen even better.
yeah, I know a cartoon that has this type of animation, and I was trying to think of it, but I can't. Roly Oly?
Oh yeah, it's like roly poly oly or some shit.
No,
Is it like a kid?
this is a very Adult Swim dark one about this little kid, and then the dad always this
Oh, moral oral.
moral oral. Does it moral
Moral
oral?
oral.
Doesn't
It's like kind of claymation, and the kid, like his dad's always like giving him a spanking, drinking a lot of weird shit going on.
and that's like this is like a claymation 3D style that it reminds me of just that moral oral.
Yeah,
It's cool that
100%.
you knew
Yeah,
that because like
bro, I'm like a cartoon encyclopedia.
because he is 2D in some of these images like there
Yeah.
he is
Yep.
2D there.
And I wonder if he like took a video of himself in the back of a car and like filtered over that with something, or just like created
Oh,
it. Like it blows my mind. Like my brain is just going through like what it could be. Like it's awesome. Either
um
way, whatever it is.
character like face caption, um I used that app a few times in college when I was trying to make an animated musical I was trying to make. Um and yeah, it would I didn't have the best lighting, so like it would because it would face capture my face on any of these cartoon characters I'd put on. But it did have this I did see this style of animation on it, and which was advised for facial um like to show eyebrows moving and how the eyes and
Yeah,
lips work compared to the other ones that are trying to do like cheekbones moving and stuff, and
yeah. It's more of
it
like the subtle types of
it
stuff.
the cheekbone stuff, it just the technology wasn't there. Like I didn't have a mocap suit.
Gotcha.
If I had a
Yeah, now
mocap suit.
fucking people just like those VTubers have those whole suits and stuff, and I'm like, that is just insane. Like you're a living cartoon. That's so nuts.
I also saw this that I wanted. I'm gonna talk about some of the symbolism in this later, but did you notice like page ripping?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was
Like
like, it's like
also
gonna
there's
rip.
yeah, it's like
Yep.
might have just been an editing choice, but I feel like there's a symbolic thing in it, especially with all the different animations.
Yeah.
We were at 150.
Just balls. That's who. I'm just balls. That's who. I'm just balls. That mad dude. I'm just balls. That's who. I'm just balls. That mad dude. I'm like your mad uncle.
Ooh. Bravo
That
balls,
was
bravo.
wild. Yes.
I think I just caught some of the maybe a deeper meaning in this, and if not, it's just my poetic interpretation. So, if he did mean it, that like that deeper layer of meaning, rewatching this, I wonder if I'll be able to catch more of it. Um, I mean, I guess since we are about to do the breakdown, I wonder if I should just mention it now.
Why not? Started with a bang.
Um, he's just balls, right?
Yeah.
What does this start out with? Starts out with an older person.
Creepy looking Vince McMahon guy.
And like I want to say that he's saying he's the boss. This is
Ah.
and because he's kind of impacting all these other people's lives. He fired this guy. I have to go through with that and figure it out. But because even here, this guy grows to older in a scene.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure if the character is growing older throughout this falls, and then this is him at the beginning and end, kind of like going, flashbacking through his past and how he got to where he came from, where he was fired at the beginning. He kind of was riding around the world, kind of in a daze, high off
Yeah.
life for a while, but also frustrated in the back of the car, trying to get to where he needs to be. And this image I think is just for the concert image, like the image that's kind of not part of the story.
It's also a direct reference to Basket Case from Green Day.
Oh yeah, I see that too.
Yep. And I think he says
Yeah,
something about listening to him whine right at that part of it too, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I mean with that too, because that song's about being crazy,
Yep.
being balls, as I think that's how they say it in British.
Yep. He talks about he's a mad lad. I heard that in there.
Maybe he even tried some stand-up. But like, do you see how it's this like journey through the world
Yep.
and like these cars of, Happy finally going on tour maybe or something, playing music. And it's like, but he's in this car the entire
Yep.
time. I
He's
just,
still pissed off.
yeah, this is his journey through trying to make it, but then he finally makes it like a boss. That was just my first interpretation. Now looking at the lyrics, maybe I could catch something else, but yeah. Any of that makes sense.
Little bit, yeah. Like it's that whole like full circle thing, like almost like he's the if he's the boss at the beginning of this, like and he's firing the dude, like it's something that he knows he's been through, but it's something he knows you gotta go through if you want to be the boss. And he goes through it, he makes his way back, and he realizes he was the boss the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, basically like that layer of yeah, he has to fire somebody, but he he was the one fired in this
Yep,
flashback. Because it really made me think with the pose. 'Cause he recut to that pose of him
yep.
thinking. If you could see at the bottom of him
This,
pondering,
yep.
and then before that he's reflecting on something. Then he's pondering. The thing is, if see if he smiles or not, because
I don't think
or
he does.
or if it shows him pointing the finger, or if it just shows a finger pointing, and then it.
That I couldn't figure that out either.
So we'll look at some of these bars and see if we get another interpretation, and I'll point out some of the symbolic metaphors here. He
Hell yeah.
luckily as he does speak a little slower, so
Hmm.
like he's rap a little slower, so we could catch a little more than having to pause every time. Um,
Balls, I need to see you in my office right now. Fuck this shit. 9 to 5.
that is a good way to show a flashback.
Yeah,
I
like the film roll.
the film roll thing.
Yep.
9 to 5, killing my vibe. I need some time off. My boss said fine, you're fired. I said that's fine. I'm wired, I'm so high. I think I just retired. Plus I'm too tired to be hired. An attitude to be admired. If lacing around is your desire, check the latest flyers. I'm on the.
There's like one bar I missed, but the whole, I mean, it's pretty on the layer or surface layer of what he's saying.
Yeah.
Working 9 to 5, but
Yep.
the whole aspect of wanting to take, you know, I need a day off, and he's like, all right, well, you're fired.
Yep.
Um,
Now you have
the,
all the time you need.
so subtextually, especially with the boss at the beginning, and this would go different than from, I mean, it could still make the same thing, but um, asking for a day off and then being fired for that is like being forced into this system of work, and you're like having to be in this capitalist work system that if you're not working, you're not moving, you're not going anywhere. Um,
Like indentured servitude at that point.
and and like the rebellion of his stuff. He's like, well, maybe I retired. Like I don't mind. I'm higher. I'm you know
Yep.
flyer. He said all these little
Yep.
lines,
You
but
saw, haven't you seen me on my flyer?
oh,
That shit cracked me up.
mate, like he doesn't need work. That's another.
Yep.
That's he is happy to quit, but also him needing a day off could have just been him needing a time to go make music. But
Yep.
he's being forced on this path of having to work for a living, and having to make a paycheck. And it's hard to do that while you're beginning to make music or when you're first
Oh
starting out.
man, don't I know?
Yeah. I mean, we all know, probably all the musicians watching this know, but
Yep.
I,
Everybody's probably got a job they're not a huge fan of.
that subtext in there is that might just be my interpretation.
I don't know, that's like the
Yeah.
ultimate dream right there is like I gotta go tell my boss, hey, I need to stay off for like a show or something, and then being like, you're fired, and me being able to be like, you know what, I don't even need the job because my music's got me now.
Till you become the boss.
Yeah.
I just wonder, and maybe it's just a shading thing, is if this character is supposed to be, this character and this character, and they're all supposed to be the same.
I wonder that too, because they're all like subtly different, and it almost only looks like difference in like age.
That that's a certain like Batman, old
Yeah,
Batman cartoon.
like Bruce Wayne. Yeah, like the animated series.
Um, Another thing it could be this person living all these different lives, living a life as a boss, as someone getting fired, as someone in the back of the car waiting to go somewhere, as the musician,
Hmm.
as Bruce Wayne, as Batman.
Just
And
like
then
different personas and roles we play in life.
yeah, if it is the same character, maybe it is that of well, just like yeah, different ways of living, kind of, and living in all those different ways. I mean,
And
I
another thing I was thinking about is like when you do get to that basket case scene and you see the monkey and Ballz, like that's what he uses for all of his stuff is that monkey. It's like, well, is all of this shit just going on inside of this crazy monkey's head?
it ends with the old man though, so it might be going on.
Yeah. And then that weird, like almost light at the end of the tunnel situation.
Could also be all the different people this guy fired.
Oh, I just maybe that light at the end of the tunnel is like a nod to like life after death. Like it's a better life after you got fired. So his true life didn't start till the boss said you're fired.
Let's dig a little more.
So high, I think I just retired. Plus, I'm too tired to be hired. An attitude to be admired. If lazing around is your desire, check the latest flyers. I'm on the mic like a town crier who just lost his mind, shouting, "Everybody get higher."
He he's in the town like a shouting out the town like a friar. So he's preaching
Yeah.
to get higher, which is another he's preaching to for people to elevate
Yep.
probably and not just since it's you're fired could be you're fired lighting up some weed
That's
um
true. Yeah.
but it could also be elevate from your status in life, elevate from
Yep. Like just
societal
in
yes
general.
like societal norms, elevating from having to work 9 to 5 and do all this stuff, like
Yep. Or
living in a
like you could even take it in like the idea of like yeah, it sucks to work that 9 to 5, but with the getting higher, like rise above it. Like prove that you're better. Prove you can do it. Not to anyone but yourself, I guess. Or at least that's my point of view. I don't know. I'm all about that
and
compete with yourself shit.
when you write your doesn't the apostrophe go before the R?
I think so, but you are also asking the complete wrong person. I'm horrible at
um
like grammar.
I think it does too, which he's so attention to detail, and if he makes all his animations, yeah, he's definitely attention to detail. And he like the whole aspect of getting high, getting fired, like your like the way he wrote it is like not you are
Yeah.
fired, you're fired, like you're fired up. You are he kind of wrote it like that.
Huh.
You're
That's
like or maybe that's just how they say it in
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe
across the
it's a
pond, but
a
you're
grammatical or
fired.
grammar difference. I don't know.
Or you're e fired, which just means high off ecstasy. No. Yeah,
Or
maybe
they fired you via email,
maybe he just didn't notice that that was off. So if it was just that, I just helped catch it.
I do that a lot. I have a track. What the fuck? It was supposed to be called "Hobbits Ain't Shit," and it just says "Hobbit Ain't Shit," and I'm like, damn. Well, that's out there now.
Like my episode 6 or episode 5 was a conversation, and
Yeah.
everyone shared it, and I was just like, oh, it's too late to fix that now.
Hey man, I called you dead in a post, so I mean, I can't say shit.
Uh,
When I read that, I was like, how did that slip past me?
all right.
Situation dire when Ballz is dropping by, dropping acid in my eye. I'm that guy, taking off when I'm on a beat.
I might have
Just lost
started.
his mind, shouting, everybody get higher. Situation dire when Ballz is dropping by, dropping acid in my eye. I'm that guy, taking off when I'm on a beat. I'm that fly, don't ask why, just pass by, or I'll dip my ass in your wine. And if you're not sure about that last line, I said ass, wine, just because that rhymes. You got a problem with that? That's fine. Call my
The rebellion nature of that is just it's art.
Yep, the way to keep that bar going about putting your ass in somebody's wine for like so many more bars.
You ask why? I said ask wine. And the fact that he's in a tub, have you ever heard of bathtub wine?
Uh-uh.
Is he even holding a cup? No, he's holding two phones. Oh,
That's what it looks like.
bathtub wine is like people making wine at home, and
Gotcha.
they use this giant bathtub for it. And the fact that the guy is sitting in the bathtub, I just wonder if there was a little bit of this line came during this part of him sitting in a bathtub of wine, which is
Yeah.
also a metaphor of because wine is a fancy drink. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, ass wine is not, but um, like the aspect of I think I just had it where he's overcoming the what is considered norm. I don't know. What is not, you know,
Like everything's subjective. It's your perspective, more or less.
yeah. I mean, it just comes from just the societal elite person at the beginning. Like that guy probably drinks wine.
Yep.
This guy's
Expensive old ass wine.
he's sitting in a bathtub of wine, basically, with his ass in it. Like I'm basically shitting on your fanciness. That's what I was
Yep.
trying to get to.
Like like when the Joker burns a stack of money and he's just like, yeah, why not?
manager's line, that's mine. I'll tell you to go shove your problem where the sun don't shine, bitch. I ain't got time to listen to you whine. I'm in the sunshine, drinking my hands, sinking cans, wasted on the beach, sinking into the sand. What's the plan? Start a one-man band and tour the land in a clapped-out old transit van. I got the beats, man, funky and fresh and sweet, fam. I'll show you what I can do. I'm stacking tracks up like canned food. That mad dude with a bad attitude, or you'll hear him say that's rude.
All right, I caught all those lines
I think I caught most of it.
because he was like basically while rebelling against life and saying fuck it all, doing drugs, all that. He was like, I'm gonna start a one-man band. Fuck it, I'm gonna just tour. So the guy, and then the guy who's touring the entire time. It could be a story about his life
Yeah.
of him getting fired, and then like the surface level is that's kind of what it is. I thought there was another layer to it, which there still could be because the ends on the old guy.
Yeah.
We'll just have to dive in a little more. Anything you had to say about those
Only
bars?
thing, the little van when it pulls away, it cracks me up every time because it looks like there's a little smile on its face. It reminds me of Cars.
It reminded me of the Magic School Bus.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it's a short bus too. I don't know.
Yeah. I've made references about me riding the short bus myself, so I feel you, balls. That is a weird statement. People are gonna clip that.
We're gonna get blocked on YouTube.
I know, bro.
Beats meaty than cat food. My lyrics will splat you, spicy like cat soup. Once I've chewed you up and spat you out, you'll be like, who? What's that? Balls, that's who. Tracks stick like glue when they come through. Make you all ask who is this dude with the mad tunes, funky rhymes and mad loops, hula hooping on these beats like a trooper. Just balls. That's who.
Who do you think he's talking on the phone to right there? Or is
I
he?
like. I think he's talking to like how you said it's like an older him and a younger him. Maybe he's
Oh,
talking to himself
yeah.
and trying to figure out who he is, and then he gets to that point when he's like, "It's just balls. That's who."
All right. Yeah. I mean that symbolic wise, yeah. I was like, subtext, is he talking about being on threads on his phone?
He could be. Who knows, man?
I'm just balls. That's it. I'm just balls. That mad dude. I'm just balls. That's it. I'm just balls. That mad dude. I'm like your mad uncle.
His little, and it's not a short bus, it's like a little touring van, and he just pulled up to a
Oh
bigger
yeah.
one. So he's rising in power. I want to say this is Ballz too.
I feel like they're the same person. Like he became the boss, or maybe when he went back, like he parked the van back where it came from. So maybe he's going back and showing his boss that I'm balls. That's who, and now like I'm the boss.
And you're fired now.
Yeah.
Like he's firing bosses.
Yep.
Um,
He's beheading kings out here.
beheading kings. Yeah, I mean the fact that when they cut to him, he was in that thinking pose and he like snapped back
Yeah.
into reality.
Yep.
Maybe it's also of like this is the dream this guy wish he could have lived. Um, because if all of that took place in his mind, maybe it wasn't a memory, maybe it was the dream that he wanted to have. So,
Like just a fantasy or something.
and this is why he fires people,
Because he doesn't want to see them
lose their dreams.
he doesn't want to see them rise to their full potential. Oh yeah, no,
He
because
wants
if
them
he's
to he wants them to be high, elevate. He wants people to preach their gospel.
yeah, maybe that is it. So he's by firing them, he sets them free.
I liked it. I'm gonna put
I
that song on my
Me too, man.
yeah,
I'm glad I didn't watch it until right now because that was wild.
yeah, yeah, that was cool.
All right, everybody, and that was Balls. Definitely an interesting video. Great stuff all around. Make sure you follow him, listen to him everywhere you put music in your ears. You got anything else to say, Carpool Tunnel?
Just want to thank Balls for allowing us to review his music video. And if anyone else has any music videos they want us to review, then send us a DM, send us a message, comment on this, and we'll get to it. Yeah. Look out
Definitely.
for our next breakdown.
It's gonna be great. Thanks for joining in for a poetic interpretation.
This was Chris, aka Carpool Tonal.
This is Spectre Falling, aka Kenny. I did that backwards though.
And that was a poet's interpretation.